I think my hit list would have definitely Taylor Swift on it. That girl writes nothing but hits.
That's funny. I've never heard that before. Actually, I think you missed your calling. You should have been a stand-up comic.
What do you have for me this time? Hacking into the stock market, closing down a bank, fixing an election. It's all easy.
Right on.
What a bunch of trash.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Trash Movie Kings podcast. I am your host, Adam Edwards. Joining me this week, Joseph Graham. Joey, how are you?
Oh, fuck, we started. I really had something to say, but I've completely forgotten it. But I'm fine. I don't have AIDS, so all good.
That's good. That's good. J's D and P are out on assignment this week, but also
Never thought about that before.
Also joining us this week, Apocalypse Howl. How are you?
Good, Adam. How are you?
I'm good. I'm a little sleepy, but I'm good.
Welcome back to school.
Oh,
School
is this
started.
a back to school week?
Maybe.
yeah. I guess by the time this comes out, it'll be back to school.
I don't know.
week.
I don't have kids.
Yeah.
That's a Joey question.
Me neither. In school, to be specific.
Yeah.
Are y'all enjoying the snake cult?
Yeah. I mean, I'm still waiting to get my hands on the actual totem.
Oh, yeah.
But,
and your membership certificate?
Yeah.
I have a lot of interest from people about the snake cult that I joined, that I let everyone know that I was in.
Yeah. Well, you'll be getting a mailer soon that's going to give you instructions. You're already initiated into the first degree, but it'll give you instructions on how to, if you want to approach and if you want to continue in the order, then it'll tell you how.
Is there an order to the degrees?
Yeah. There's a bunch of
A lot
degrees.
to this. I didn't realize.
Is this something we could do on the podcast?
No, I'm going to mail it to you. It's secret.
Right, but I mean, like
It's a
the
secret
actual.
society. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So we got to have secrets, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
It's an ancient order.
I'm going to probably post about it on Instagram as soon as I do it, but
Yeah, I mean the mystery. Don't tell them how you did it or what you had to do because there's got to be mystery. You know, it's okay if they know we're in a snake cult, but
are we going to get snake cult tattoos?
that's not this degree. No, we're not there yet.
It's like a snake made of trash, or I don't know, a raccoon snake.
The snake crawling out of a trash bag.
I would, you know what? I don't have any tattoos, but I would get a tattoo with you
Snake
guys
cult
about snake cult trash tattoos.
To remember our times as the Trash Movie Kings in our final days.
Yeah.
Look at our snake tattoos. Be like, that was in a snake cult once, son.
I want a snake tattoo and then English letters that say snake.
Oh.
That way there's no mistaking what it's a tattoo of. In the event that I get a shitty
Could
artist.
be anything.
Yeah.
In the event that I get a shitty artist.
He looks like a slug. What is that?
And he even wrote, he wrote worm. That motherfucker.
Okay, it's just me giving you a tattoo, I think. That's what it should be. We give each other tattoos.
Oh my God. We should do that. That'd be hilarious.
Oh my God, that'd be terrible.
Well, speaking of giving each other something with a needle, tonight we watched 1994's, I'm so sorry for this, LA AIDS Jabber. Just let that sit for a bit. This episode is already shadow banned. We haven't even posted it yet.
We'll never get this beyond 20 views on YouTube. Boy.
All of our personal accounts on Instagram are going to get muted forever.
Are you allowed to say AIDS?
Probably.
Probably not.
I think you can if you're like I have AIDS. But
if the AI picks up that you said AIDS plus laughter, it cancels you.
right, yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. Yeah, it's probably true.
yeah.
I
But
fucking doubt it.
That's what we watched. Written and directed by Drew Gadaris, and starring Jason Magic, not to be confused with Johnson.
Who beat the HIV allegations.
Yes.
How does Magic Johnson spell magic?
Like the regular word. I mean, it's not his real name, so
This person spelled it with a K,
Yeah,
which
MAJIK.
is sex magic.
Magic.
Yeah, Sex Magic Blood Money. What's the Chili
The
Peppers
red-
album?
Oh, Blood Sugar
no,
Sex
no.
Magic.
Yeah, Blood Sugar Sex Magic. That's right. My bad.
No, I mean it's not. It's Aleister Crowley.
Hmm. Are we going to talk about numerology and Taylor Swift, or
No, but I did say earlier that I'd have to put Taylor Swift on my hit list because that girl just churns out hits. She's a hit machine.
yeah, that was cool that you did that.
Yeah, it was a good show.
You missed your calling. You should
And
be a
Rascal
stand-up
Flatts.
comedian.
Rascal Flatts, they were a hit machine also.
Oh,
I don't know any Rascal Flatts songs, so I'm inclined to disagree.
Well, you should recline.
so this is a pure trash movie.
Oh yeah, the idea is pure fucking garbage. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, as we normally do, Joey took the time to write out the plot, as it were, of this movie, and he will go ahead and take it away now.
This is about a guy with mental problems that isn't feeling too well while trying to bang his girlfriend.
Don't, it's all right. It's been coming and going for the last week.
Have you made an appointment with the doctor?
But she takes him to the hospital, and then the doctor tells him he has AIDS.
This could be a misdiagnosis, right? I mean, come on, Doc. It's me we're talking about. I'm afraid not.
He doesn't take it well, and he tries to commit suicide. And he quickly becomes a young, angry man to him.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch, you just got put on my hit list to die.
And starts forming a hit list of people who piss him off. Then he gets the bright idea to mix his AIDS blood with the social workers who visits him at his house.
Come here, let me touch you. It's like...
But she gets away before he gets to spread his blood in her blood, I guess. Our guy determines he got AIDS from a whore named Tanya and decides to kill her by injecting her with even more AIDS.
I think it was you.
A couple of detectives, a man and a woman detective duo, are now on the AIDS Jabber case.
So you think this guy's really injecting people with AIDS?
Well, how should I know?
The cops generally, the whole precinct, really don't want this news to get out.
We want to clamp a lid on this thing for obvious reasons.
But a prominent TV reporter hears a private police conversation in her cool boyfriend's big radio that can somehow pick up on random cell phone calls. So she reports on it without any corroboration, and the AIDS Jabber sees it on TV and adds her to his hit list.
The girl detective is informed her partner has been killed off screen inexplicably. She gets a new partner and they go AIDS Jabber hunting.
That's funny. I've never heard that before. Actually, I think you missed your calling. You should have been a stand-up comic.
Meanwhile, Jabby stabs some randos and then sees a fortune teller who therapizes the shit out of him. But he gets mad and leaves. Jabber gets around to killing his boss, as he promised he would 45 minutes ago. The detective and her new partner meet up with the news reporter to let her know she's probably getting stabbed with AIDS soon, but she's a real bitch about it.
You could be a target, and from the sound of things, you could be next on this guy's list.
I mean, doesn't that scare you a little bit?
Don't be foolish. I have been in the most dangerous situations imaginable, and I don't scare easily.
Anyway, the dicks figure out who the AIDS jabber is, and they go to his house. He gets away and runs away and somehow finds the reporter, and he's about to jab her with AIDS, but she talks to him like a human being, and so he doesn't. The cops show up and they shoot Jabby dead. They decide to get a beer because they have solved the AIDS crisis.
It's one less munchkin in the land of Oz. Come on.
Oh.
Cheer up. Smile. Come on, let's go have a beer.
But then they get a call on the car radio letting them know that the LA AIDS jabber never actually had AIDS.
He left me this urgent message for dispatch 113.
What is it?
The message reads, Jeff Roberts does not have AIDS.
The end.
The end.
Wow, it's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's impressive how bad it is. Yeah, in a way.
What's weird is I feel weird saying this. I've been looking forward to watching this one for a while.
It is salacious.
Yeah, the name alone really gets those, gets the imagination running. Does not live up to the hype.
There's just not enough AIDS jabbing.
No,
frankly.
No.
Which sounds awful.
Yeah, it's a horrible thing to ask for, right?
like I wish this would have been Las Vegas Bloodbath's director's first movie.
Yeah.
Like his college
or
project.
just in that style. That's what I was expecting with a name like this. Maybe not as crazy. I wasn't expecting like babies and bathtubs filled with body parts or whatever's in that movie. But something on that level of nastiness. I mean, it's still pretty nasty at times. It just doesn't keep the rhythm going of it. It gets kind of bogged down in a lot of detective story at times, and then I don't know. The coverage is really light in some spots, and then not in others. It goes off on tangents, like the fortune teller that don't make any sense. And I'm like, why doesn't he kill this fortune teller? I mean, come on.
Well, I think he only kills the people that have wronged him in some way, and I don't think the fortune teller really wronged him.
Yeah, but why doesn't she wrong him? I guess that's
right.
I was like, why didn't she say something shitty? And then he's like, "Fuck you."
And also, what was the point of the fortune teller? Because he sees her and she says, that you seem troubled,
right? And
you have health problems.
It was just another character to come along and listen to him, and they do that a little too much. Like, it feels like that's one of 3 times that we get to hear his. Yes, we get it. Like, he's a person that has possibly AIDS, and
he has mental problems because in the first scene, his girlfriend asks him,
"Yeah, did you see your psychiatrist or whatever it is this week?" And then he kisses her, and he's like, "Does that feel like a normal guy kiss or something?"
Yeah.
He told me I was crazy. He's like, "Oh."
Seriously, I mean, are you making progress? I know how you feel about women.
Well, what do you think? My kiss is better than 2 weeks ago?
Jeff.
Come on, babe, let's get it on.
Are you crazy? Someone will see us.
My kisses are better after 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks of psychiatry.
But the fortune teller thing really throws me off, and I know I'm putting way too much stock into it. But generally in movies, fortune tellers are they're real, right? Like they really tell the future and things like that, or they know what's going on.
Yeah, she more just understands his plight, I guess, more so than saying "Hey, you're gonna die." That's what it should have been. It should have been like, "You're going to be murdered by police officers," and he was like, "Shut the fuck up," and he kills her or something. I don't know. That would have been more entertaining.
And you had an opportunity to set up the weird twist at the end as well, but instead, because she talks about you have problems with your health and all this stuff, but then at the end it turns out he doesn't have AIDS, right? Like,
But he did have problems with his health.
she
did have,
yeah,
it was
he had
more of a mental
problems.
health movie.
Yeah. But, you could have said, like, there's distrust in your life or something to that effect that, I don't know. I just like,
It's almost like fortune tellers aren't real.
It's almost
right.
like they're just there to listen to you.
But in movies, they are, which is why The Astrologer is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't say they weren't real.
Yeah, this movie's a mess.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I was going to say at the beginning of the show.
Oh, how are you, Joey?
No. You asked me that.
I
you
know,
want to just
but
redo it?
I was giving you the prompt.
Sorry.
It's feeding you the line.
Oh, no, I was going to say, in addition to doing our housekeeping up front, because I think that's what it was. I expected you to start the show with that. And then I was going to be like, in addition to that, we should talk about what this show is a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to do it anymore.
No.
Yeah, let's not fuck it.
We'll do it next week.
Yeah, I've lost steam.
Plus, this isn't the episode that's going to get any traction anyway. So,
right, no one's going to fucking see this.
It's going to be shadow ban, like right out the gate.
Yeah.
We can't even put AIDS in the fucking thing, probably. We got to put like stars.
So here's my theory. This guy, it's 1994. This guy has gay sex for his first time, and he has issues.
Freaks out.
I mean, he's probably bipolar.
Are you saying the director, writer person, or are you saying the character?
No, the character. Okay. So he has gay sex, and he doesn't know how to really talk to his girlfriend about
that.
It.
Would have been more interesting.
Instead, what he's doing is he's clamming up, and he's acting very macho, and he's trying to overcompensate for the fact that he's not really into her. And so he's hurting. He's got pains because he had wild gay sex. And
I love this version of the movie that's like cruising. Shout out to William Friedkin. R.I.P.
And so whenever he was given the diagnosis, he believed it. That's the psychology of why he believed it. Not just like, oh, a doctor give it. Because even his girlfriend said, they can be wrong. Blood work's wrong sometimes. And she's right. It is. It gets mixed up in labs all the time. But he believed it. Instead of saying, yeah, you're right, let's go get a second opinion, like a rational mind would, he immediately was like, in his head, he was like, well, I did just have gay sex. So that's possible. So he has a lot of issues with coming to terms with the fact that he was probably closeted, and he didn't know how to address it. He was just having a crisis, identity crisis, and didn't know how to deal with it in 1994, mind you.
Yeah.
Not 2023. Different world entirely.
Yeah, having sex with a man in 1994 makes you gay. Now it does not at all.
Oh, I was just meaning it was a different world in the fact that their phones all had cords.
Losers. They did have
Except for that
cell
phone.
phones. Yeah.
That one car phone.
Yeah, easily hackable cell phone.
It was hacked by a boombox.
Nowadays, only the NSA can hear them. And anybody with a Stingray device.
Oh, is that the deal?
Yeah.
There's a device that lets you listen to close by cell
Oh, they're
phone
illegal.
calls?
They're illegal.
I mean, it
You
sounds
can't
illegal.
own one. You can't own one because you're not going to drop 30 grand on.
Oh, why is it 30 grand?
I don't know the price, but they're not cheap.
Is it on eBay?
A lot of police were in hot water.
What's it called?
For having them? Yeah, it's just called Stingray.
We're googling this.
Stingrays and dirt boxes.
Yeah, it'll nab up everything. If you drive by a Stingray, a cell tower that's got a Stingray device on it, it'll grab everything. And like police were using it to get warrants, and that's illegal. That's
Initially
violation of the Fourth Amendment.
Intelligence community. Huh.
Yeah, they're pretty intense technology. But anyways, I think there's more subtext to this film.
I mean, I don't disagree, and I that could be the case, but I do fully agree that would be a way more interesting movie if that was on display.
Yeah, the movie that you just made up in your head was way more interesting than
It wasn't in my head. We just watched it.
Yeah, but they didn't do it right. They didn't
The
show any of
subtext that you added.
The subtext that was there.
I mean, you're right. It should have had something to do. They didn't really touch on gay anything in this.
No.
And it, predominantly the AIDS epidemic.
They didn't talk about drug usage.
Right.
Nope.
Like nothing. It was just,
But he did just
he
a
got it from a whore.
heterosexual. Thought he got it from a whore. Spoiler alert.
Every scene he used a different needle, so he was conscious. He was conscientious.
I still don't know why he drew his blood that first time.
Jesus Christ, that looks awful.
Wow.
It really does. It was so graphic.
I was just thinking about
gruesome.
that. It was one of the, I guess, a favorite part would have been that.
Yeah.
How bloody disgusting that was.
It was hard to watch.
But yeah, then he just doesn't use it. He's just like, "Oh, I'm bad at this. I should practice."
Yeah, because then when he shows up at the prostitute's house,
he does it again.
He takes his blood while she's.
But
changing. I don't know.
If he had used that needle, which he had done so poorly, might have slipped right out of his hands. It was covered in blood. He did it horribly. So I understand why he just was like, let's just get a new one and try again.
Kale Altair could have done it.
Who?
Kale? From Cade?
Oh. Did you just say his full name?
Yeah.
Oh. What is his full name again?
Kale Altair.
Altair?
Altair. Because remember, he was doing a lot of syringe shit in that movie.
Yes, but yeah, it's not his first time, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, there's Neil Breen. Still kind of glowing from the
it's hard to
experience.
come off of Cade into this.
Well, I tried to pick something that I thought would be in the vein. It's not. This wasn't that.
Oh, it was in the
I get
vein.
it was in the vein, all right. Yeah. No, it's not bad. It's just
not as good.
It's not what
bad.
you want, I guess.
Yeah, it's not as wild as it should be.
They definitely figured out the formula of finding a great name that will sell copies.
Well, I don't know how much this initially sold.
Yeah.
Or how much it's sold now. But I did buy a copy on Blu-ray. I haven't watched it on Blu-ray. I'm curious if it looks like this or not.
Yeah. This is pretty low quality. Did we watch it on Tubi or?
Yeah, Tubi.
Okay. All right. I don't really have anything else to say about this movie. Do y'all? Do you want to go
we're
into
good.
favorite
We'll
parts?
just talk about whatever parts. Yeah.
All right. Apocalypse, did you have any favorite parts?
Yeah, it was that whenever it cut from the news report to the montage of him stabbing so many people that we couldn't even keep track, and then it kept cutting back to the map of the city, and then more stabbings, and then back to the map that's expanded to the state, and then
did I get up?
Back to the that didn't happen.
That would have been
cool.
That would have been my
insanely
favorite part.
obvious scene to put in this movie. Didn't happen.
That's also pretty cheap to shoot and make.
God damn it. Mike is like on it for this.
Yeah, you're making this movie so much better. Let's remake LA AIDS Jabber.
With like a ton of gay text.
Still set it in 1994 so that you can have the anti-gay as like that's the villain.
Yeah, it's a guy with mental problems that has a hit list. So we can keep a lot of the things the same, but make a pretty fucking cool movie out of it, honestly.
Yeah.
I would love to watch this movie if it was not this movie.
Yeah.
It's such a good idea. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so Apocalypse has a favorite part that
doesn't exist only in
but
his,
is way better than anything
in my revision.
Only in the redux redo remake of this film.
Joey.
Excuse me, Apocalypse redo.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
cut that in there. Yeah, I got a few here. We talked about the horrible looking first needle. I think the horny doctor who's making out with a nurse while also explaining.
Yeah, he was awesome
about the course that the AIDS jabber will have to go on, or the course of action. I guess not really the course of medicine per se. Sorry, this is Dr. Rules. He just told someone they have AIDS, and he's like trying to fuck a nurse immediately.
Robert's file. That young man was just.
This is that guy that's got AIDS.
Take care of him, baby. That guy was cool as shit. Then I just wrote down like random quotes. Sounds like you're playing with a half deck of cards, mister.
Who is this? Do I know you? Sounds to me like you're not playing with a full deck, Buster. Better see a shrink when you have some time.
That's pretty good. And a thing I think we need on the board. I think you missed your calling. You should have been a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, if you clip that and send it, I'll put it on the board for sure.
Are you going to do the weird guy? Or should I do the weird guy?
You can do the weird guy. I don't have him written down, so you can do the weird guy.
Okay, so there's this cool new weird kind of guy in the movie.
Oh, what did he?
I don't think
we found a new guy, y'all.
A brand new kind of guy. Weird small mustache guy with like a very specific kind of voice.
What happened? What's going on here?
Wait, the manager here?
Yeah, I have been for 10 years. I can tell you that lady over there has been nothing but trouble.
He says, if you want to know what I think she's a hooker.
If you want to know what I think she's a hooker.
Oh, I see.
He's fantastic. They should have had more of him in the movie. He should have been his like sidekick.
Yeah.
We're adding this to your version of the movie Apocalypse.
Oh, yeah.
This mustached weirdo that witnesses him murder the first whore who he mistakenly assumes has given him AIDS when it was actually the gay sex, the beautiful gay sex.
He's where he gets the AIDS from.
Oh, and then it's the weird guy that then that
he
guy
keeps blaming it on, oh no, if you ask me, she's a hooker.
Okay, so he's been dating his girlfriend for a while and also this weird guy for a while that lives next door to a whore.
That's how he knew about Tom. Or did he maybe meet him when he slept with the hooker the first time?
Yeah,
he was like exploring his sexuality, and then he meets this guy in her building. And he's
he went home with this guy after a night at that gay club that he went to, and then after having sex with this guy a few times, the guy is just like, the girl next door is a whore, and he's like,
yeah, stay away from Tanya.
Should just not. And then curiously, after he leaves one day, knocks on her door and then fucks her, and then he's like, oh, I definitely got AIDS from that whore. But it's actually from his like secret boyfriend lover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to watch that movie.
Yeah, we should make that movie.
It's way better.
Yeah, it is way better.
Should we cast Ben in it?
Ben Affleck?
No.
Like Ben and Arthur?
Yeah. But not Arthur. Just Ben.
Which one was Ben the blonde or was Ben
the stripper?
The Tevis.
The Tevis. He's the main character, right?
I don't remember.
I don't remember which one's Arthur, to be honest.
Is his brother, right? Or like the blonde?
Are they brothers? No.
Are they?
No.
I thought they were.
It's not incestual.
I thought they were lovers or something. I really don't remember.
Oh, right. They're friends or something like that. I don't
say
know.
What you want to say.
Just say what you say.
I didn't write this down, but it's worth mentioning that the lady's first partner does just leave the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure his name was Detective Smith, and then his replacement was Detective Smithers. So they just killed her first partner and replaced him with another guy.
Yeah, I really think that actor just left the movie and they were like,
Yeah.
well, I guess he dies.
Sounds like our guy.
I loved that. That's the sign of a really shitty low budget is
Yeah.
like an actor clearly just leaves the film and is like, I don't think so, guys. I'm not coming back. And they're like, well, he's dead off screen inexplicably. Perfect.
I wonder if he went to another project, like in his IMDb. Did that actor like?
None of these characters are listed, so
Damn.
I don't know.
Wow, really?
The only people who are credited are Jeff, who is our main character, and the fortune teller. Everyone else, we just have like names, but they don't have character names next to them. So
I thought Jeff did a good job. They just didn't give him near enough to chew on.
Yeah.
He did a great job with whatever he had.
Yeah.
He was worried. He thought maybe I could help.
Help. No one's gonna help me with my problem, lady, okay? I got AIDS. Hey! I'm as good as dead now. It's just a matter of when. Don't you understand that?
He did Twilight acting, which is just rubbing your hair a bunch.
I'll never get that role.
Well, you just put a wig on, you got it. He starts off hot, and then the movie just doesn't give him enough to do. I liked the blonde lady too, the blonde detective.
Yeah.
You thought she was annoying after a while. Kind of.
She got annoying at a certain point because I couldn't pin her character down. She goes from like being super abrasive to very calming, and it's just it's odd to me.
Yeah. I just
it
like
also
that
becomes her movie for like 40% of the movie. It's very weird.
Yeah, I think that it was definitely the other guy's movie, and then again he quit, so they were like, well, I guess it's her movie, and then this other guy comes in. I just like the idea that she didn't seem like an actress, and I was like, where did they find this lady? Like, she was in LA at the time, I guess, and I guess enough interested in acting to do a movie called LA AIDS Jabber. I mean, she just looks like, you don't see people like that in roles like that, I guess. Right. So I found her interesting.
Interesting, yes.
She was a very uninspired Olivia Benson.
I don't know who Olivia Benson is.
SVU.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say that this movie, for long stretches of time, reminded me of cop procedural shows.
It tried to be. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think it's a bad one, but oh god, I keep thinking about what you said with like it's cutting back and forth from like a news map, and it's like really shitty graphics from 1994. It's so beautiful in my mind.
Yeah, news maps were terrible pre invasion of Iraq.
Oh, wow.
After that,
really,
the news maps
after that
got like
thanks, George.
Really intense,
topographical and shit.
Yeah,
bullshit.
The military-industrial complex really solved that problem.
They did.
What if it was just like a map that was printed out and they had little like stickers that they were slapping on there that were like needles?
Giant
that would be
syringes that they just stab into it.
We think he's going here.
And you have like, instead of like the woman character, you have like a Marvin Zindler type.
Yeah.
There's AIDS in the ice machine.
AIDS in the ice machine.
That's crazy.
So the two quotes that I had written down, the first is right after he stabs the hooker, and he says, "Even if it wasn't you, welcome to the AIDS card carrying club. See you in hell."
Even if it wasn't you, welcome to the AIDS card carrying club. It's nice to know I have a friend in
Wow.
I did say that.
And the other one was the journalist when the cops are trying to squash the story. And she goes, "No deal, cops."
Listen, lady, under the circumstances, that's all we're prepared to do.
No deal, cops. Watch the 5 o'clock news today.
And that just, I liked that one a lot.
Yeah, that was fun.
There's a lot of good deliveries in this.
Yeah. But that's all I got. Anything else before we move on to the bees?
It turns out killing people with stabbing them with a needle is not particularly cinematic. So
yeah,
or is it a blade?
Well, let's move on to
the bees then.
The bees. We did have blood. I wrote down bones ? Because we did have the like skeleton diagram thing in the doctor's office. It's not, they're not real bones, but
they might be.
Yeah, true. We had boxes. He was moving boxes from one side of the room.
Yeah, he did work at a box factory. That's the last bee I wrote down.
There was a blade because he does pull a knife when the social worker is there.
You're right.
And he like goes to cut himself. We had Boys in Blue. Yeah. We had a boom box, and along with the boom box, I wrote down a Billy Mitchell.
Yeah, he is a Billy Mitchell.
Okay.
That's a new one.
There was type B blood.
Type B blood.
Prove me wrong.
Well, I can't. The lady wore a lot of bow ties, like silk, saggy bow ties.
Yeah, but you said they were called something else.
Cravat, I think.
Cravat.
Yeah.
And then we had one bullet.
Drop the needle.
Okay.
No, they shot him. We finally, after an hour and 10 minutes, got a bullet.
Yep.
That's
it.
That's it. Not
That's
a lot.
all I can think of. We had the prostitute, but she didn't get booby.
She didn't reveal.
There were no butts.
Yeah.
There were no blasts. There were no bods. Like maybe a broad.
The prostitute, maybe. Oh, the reporter at some point is wearing a pencil skirt, but then she has like a hot pink top that I feel like is not broadish.
Right.
Maybe the skirt was pink. I don't know.
No boardrooms, no pools, no beaches, no helicopters.
No blast.
Cool.
Like nothing really.
Yeah, no.
It's just
if someone's someone is remaking Street Trash, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which has a much larger following. However, if that does well, I really think this would be a good one to remake.
Yeah.
I think people are ready, like, would be more accepting of the idea because it's not daring at the, I mean, I understand that AIDS is a worldwide epidemic problem, but here it's a little more.
Yeah. People are on PrEP.
Manageable, right? So it might be, you might be able to watch it and like have some distance from it, right?
Yeah, and you could definitely frame it in a way that feels
fun but serious.
Yeah. Where like the AIDS isn't the boogeyman you have.
You could approach topics with a 2023 mindset, but taking place in 1994.
Yeah, you give
not change the context, depth. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even the reporter person can, there's like something there with like how modern news works. Some like, you do some like Anchorman 2 kind of stuff where they sort of hint at news turning into a fucking free-for-all that it is now.
Right.
And stuff like that would be cool.
Well,
ACAB, etc.
Yeah. 2023 LA AIDS Jabber sounds like a 5-bagger. But let's rate the 94 LA AIDS Jabber. Starting with Joey.
It's probably like a 3, but I think I'm going to go 3.5.
Ooh, that's pretty generous.
Yeah, I'm being generous just because I it's not bad. I just was expecting a lot more, I think is the problem. If it was like malaria stabber or something.
Bill Gates. No, cut that.
If it was,
or else we'll be shadow banned for real.
in our real lives.
They'll activate our boosters.
Yeah, I liked this better than Blades, which I gave a 3, a polite Canadian 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's slightly above average trash, I'll say.
Okay. Apocalypse, you gave Blades a 3.11. How do you feel about LA AIDS, Jabber?
2.98.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's hovering there, you know. It was entertaining. I'll give it that. And it just so many times reminded me of a college movie. So it wasn't terrible as far as like whoever, I don't know who made that or if they followed a career path in film, but if that was like your first film, you made a feature for your first film, it's not the worst you could have done. You know, you pull from the talent you have, so you can only really get away with so much, especially on like no budget shooting on VHS. I don't know. It wasn't terrible. It was terrible, but it for all things considered,
I'm not going to have seen it, but I don't want to watch it ever again.
I mean, are you going to be a butthole this weekend?
Although I own the Blu-ray, so maybe I will throw it on for somebody that's unsuspecting.
I feel like it's a decent 3 a.m. in the middle of a movie marathon movie. Like everybody's going to be asleep. Just put it on.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's an end of the nighter for sure.
Yeah,
it's not. It's definitely below like Boarding House, which is that other VHS horror movie we watched recently.
Housegeist.
Housegeist. Yes.
Yeah, Housegeist. Way cooler name.
Yeah, that one's like really good.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have quite. This doesn't have quite has like next to nothing going on off screen. You know, that's like a big thing for me. Whereas Boarding House, I can smell that movie.
Yeah,
I can see how they put this together. It's weird. This one has just the guy getting let go.
Yep,
it was like, peace. I'm not doing your AIDS movie anymore. And like that's something. But the rest of the movie, I don't know, like what's going on here.
What if he was a hypochondriac and was like starting to be convinced there really was AIDS around the set? He's like, I gotta get out of here.
Somebody pulled out a real hypodermic needle and he walked off.
He's like, they keep talking about AIDS.
I mean, if someone did have AIDS on the set, I want to know that. That would make this movie a lot more interesting.
Adam, what did you give it?
Director's commentary. I'm giving it a 2. It didn't really do much for me. Maybe it's because I'm sleepy. I don't know. But I do really like No Deal Cops. That's just a great
Deal Cops.
That's some good lines.
So
a few spots of good acting, but mostly mostly gets bogged down and
great title.
Trying to be a cop procedural. Yeah, great title. Great poster.
Oh, what ended up happening? God, this is way too late in the show to bring this up. What the fuck ended up happening when we first met the cops and they were meeting up with that Jawalski guy in the parking lot?
Oh my God, yeah.
And he was like, hey, can you go like rough up my wife's ex-husband?
The department never found out that I roughed him up. And
What do you want us to do?
No, what do you want him to do?
You want to take a walk or something and let the man talk?
I need you to have a small talk with this creep Scalia. Impress upon him that my wife and me have had enough of his shit. And if he keeps up his current line of behavior, he's going to end up at room temperature.
I refuse to have anything to do with this. Let me out.
Because he's threatening to sue for custody. And we had like a whole 5
Is that
to
who
7
killed
minutes.
the guy? The partner?
I don't know.
What if that guy that he was talking about was the skinny mustache guy?
Jawalski.
Yeah.
What if he was the ex-husband?
It's clearly written by somebody that's not from LA.
Yeah,
it's nice, I guess. It feels like a hard-boiled, like New York movie.
Like Jersey, New York.
Yeah, Jersey, New York for the first 30, 45 minutes before you really see much of LA, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You know, it's fine.
Fine enough film.
Fine enough. Better than Brutal Fury.
It didn't lose my focus. It didn't lose my attention.
Oh, God. I'm coming around on that one, I think. I think because that actress lives in Houston, so I'm like,
yeah,
maybe it's not that bad.
No, it is.
That is 2.8266666.
Oh, shit.
Repeating.
Mark of the Beast. Call Taylor Swift.
For 1994's LA AIDS Jabber. From the Trash Movie Kings. We'll do the housekeeping now for the 5 of us who are still listening. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, X, Spotify, YouTube, all that stuff. Trash Movie Kings. If you have a suggestion for a movie you would like us to watch, email us at trashmoviekings@gmail.com. We do have one in our inbox that we need to get to
what is
soon. It is from, let me pull it up here.
Wait, our inbox, or just like somebody commenting on something?
No, in our inbox.
Someone wrote an email?
What? Your father wrote an email.
Oh, he wants to watch that Tumbleweed movie.
Yeah, that's exactly
for us to watch it.
Yeah, I just have to find it.
Yeah, he has some friend that told him about it, and I put it on for a couple of minutes, and I was like, yes, we can watch this. I added it to the list, but I'm forgetting about it. We should have done that and just kept on with our mode of inanimate objects that murder people.
Yeah.
Or
killer tumbleweeds.
Yeah, we could have had blades, and then we had a killer tumbleweeds. Could have made sense, y'all. Sorry. Could have made a month out of it.
Well, thank you all for watching and listening. Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Apocalypse, for giving up your Thursday night, Friday morning, and we will see you next time.
Recording stop.